Ratio and proportion. In this chapter, we will learn about ratio and proportion. Ratio. The ratio of two quantities A and B is the fraction A by B and is expressed as A is to B. Here, A is the first term or antecedent and B is the second term or consequent. Ratio is an abstract quantity. A ratio remains unaltered if its numerator and denominator are multiplied or divided by the same number. If A is equal to B and some positive number is added to each term of A is to B, then the ratio remains unaltered. Kinds of ratio. Duplicate ratio. A square is to B square is called duplicate ratio of A is to B. Subduplicate ratio. Square root of A is to square root of B is called subduplicate ratio of A is to B. Triplicate ratio. A cube is to B cube is called triplicate ratio of A is to B. Subtriplicate ratio. Cube root of A is to cube root of B is called subtriplicate ratio of A is to B. Compound ratio. AB is to CD is the compound ratio of A is to C and B is to D. It is the ratio of the product of the antecedent to that of the consequence of two or more given ratios. Inverse ratio. 1 by A is to 1 by B is the inverse ratio of A is to B. Now we will see how to solve a problem about ratios. If A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3 and B is to C is equals to 5 is to 6 and C is to D is equal to 2 is to 1, then find A is to B is to C is to D and A is to D. We know that a ratio remains unaltered if its numerator and denominator are multiplied or divided by the same number. Therefore, let us multiply the ratio A is to B by 5, the ratio B is to C by 3 and the ratio C is to D by 9, so that we get the same value for B and C. Hence, A is to B is to C is to D is equal to 10 is to 15 is to 18 is to 9. And therefore, A is to D becomes 10 is to 9. Proportion. When two ratios are equal, they make a proportion. That is, if A by B is equal to C by D, then A, B, C and D are in proportion. This is represented as shown and is read as A is to B as C is to D. When A, B, C and D are in proportion, then A and D are called extremes and B and C are called the means. Also, product of the means is equal to product of the extremes. Continued proportion. If three quantities A, B and C are such that A is to B as B is to C, then B square equals AC and A, B and C are in continued proportion. Also, the quantity C is called the third proportion of A and B. Fourth proportion. If four quantities A, B, C and X are such that A is to B as C is to X, then AX is equal to BC and X is called the fourth proportion of A, B and C. Mean or second proportion. If three quantities A, B and X are such that A is to X as X is to B, then X square is equal to AB and X is called the mean of A and B. That is, if A is to B is equal to C is to D, then the following properties hold good. Here is a solved example. A certain sum is divided between two persons in the ratio 3 is to 4. If the share of one person is ₹20 less than the other, find the sum. Solution. Let the sum be x. The sum of the ratio 3 is to 4 is 7. Hence, the first person gets 3x by 7 and the second person gets 4x by 7. We know that difference between the shares is 20. Solving the equation, we get the sum as ₹140.